finally back at it. Let's just get right into it.
I am the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the
What's up, my Nimrods? It's Gage coming back at you guys again with another dose of that fresh, never frozen Yu-Gi-Oh content. I am 1,000,000,000% just dripping with thankfulness that you guys would spend just a couple of minutes with me here today, talk about a children's card game we both mutually enjoy so fucking much. So last weekend I got top 4 at my OTS championship with Invoked Mech Knight, and while I hadn't played in a very long time, it made me realize something about the game. First of all, the game is more diverse and more fun really than it's ever been right now, and also second of all, there's a card that just really shouldn't be at 3 but somehow still is at 3. Today, rather than talking about why the game is just so fun right now, I know you guys love to hear me complain, so that's what we're doing today. Today we're talking about Scapegoat, a classic Yu-Gi-Oh card that has come back to 3, but it's a card that I think 100% just cannot stay at 3 moving into April when we get the new ban list. If you don't know what Scapegoat does, first of all, how? But second, I'll just read it to you anyways. So Scapegoat is a quick play spell card that reads special summon 4 sheep tokens. They're beast, earth, level 1s with 0 attack, 0 defense. In defense position, they can't be tributed for a tribute summon, and you cannot summon monsters the turn you activate the effect. Scapegoat is one of the most timeless cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Being able to get 4 monsters has been just genuinely good throughout the game's history. It's oddly good when each new mechanic is released because the card is just so dated that it only cannot be tributed, these tokens that you summon. So that being said, as new mechanics started to get released, for example, Synchros got released, people realized, yeah, you can use these level 1 tokens with level 1 tuners to make cards like Formula Synchron. That's pretty cool. You got 4 dudes just chilling to screw around with and synchro summon however you please. And then, most recently, we got Link monsters, and people realized, oh damn, you can use these sheep tokens to make a Link monster. Whoa. And while this idea of using scapegoats to summon Link monsters was something that had really been just thought of since the genesis of Link monsters, we really haven't seen it seen play until now, when we have, I think, really the cause of it is more Link 4s in our toolbox. If we really want to think about only really early Link monsters, the best Link monster that we could summon off of a scapegoat would be Firewall Dragon, and then you could do silly stuff from there. But now we just have a wider toolbox to be able to go into. With Scapegoat, we are able to summon a Borreload Dragon just off a Scapegoat alone. We can use Saryuja Skulldrake and get its draw 4 effect if we summon another monster. Of course, we can still go into the classic Firewall Dragon, but also we can just get a whole bunch of littler, is that a word? We can get a whole bunch of smaller Link dudes pretty much for free, because Scapegoat is just a really ridiculous card when we apply it to Link format. And while just summoning 4 dudes off of 1 card is pretty powerful, I think it's even just the little intricacies with Scapegoat that can still make it just an even better card. From the fact that the tokens are Earth, level 1, considered normal monsters, we can add a whole bunch of cards to the toolbox that we could bring out that maybe if they were statted differently or if they were leveled differently, we couldn't be able to add before. Since the tokens are Earth, we can summon Mrs. Radiant off of it, which is arguably one of the better Link 2s that we have right now, besides maybe Underclock Taker. Since the tokens are considered a normal monster, we're actually able to summon Link Spider with one of the tokens if we choose to, which that's just another dude when we're trying to be able to make Saryuja Skulldrake for the draw 4 effect. That's just another way to get to it. And also quite possibly the most powerful pointer is the fact that since the tokens are level 1, we're able to soup one of those tokens into a Link Karibo. We all are 100% aware just how powerful Link Karibo is as a card. Just to be able to bring it back and be able to use it to summon other Link monsters. For example, if you're struggling to summon a card like Ningirisu, being able to sack an additional Scapegoat token to be able to replace it with a Link Karibo in the graveyard makes it a lot easier to summon that Ningirisu. It just seemed that everything happened to line up perfectly for Scapegoat as we developed our Link monster pool further in the game. And I think this is only something that's going to continue to develop, continue to grow a lot stronger as time passes. I would dare say that Borreload Dragon and Saryuja Skulldrake are easily the 2 most powerful Link monsters, and the fact that we can pretty much summon them for free with just a simple Scapegoat, Borreload Dragon for free, but Saryuja Skulldrake requires another normal summon, which or even just any monster, which that's not hard to get, let's be real here. The fact that we're readily able to obtain the resources without putting in any work, without wasting more resources than just one, makes this card, I think, just a little too unfair. I think Scapegoat is a card that vastly overperformed what people's original expectations for it was. Like I said before, at the genesis of Link monsters, when we just had Decode Talker, Link Spider, and another shitty dude, Honeybar, I think it was. Even with just the structure deck and even the release of Code of the Duelist, we really didn't see Scapegoat start to pick up and play until now. Bringing out a Borreload Dragon for free is crazy. Borreload Dragon is a card that simply just flips the game in somebody's favor when it's played. If you're playing from behind, you're a little bit down on resources, a simple Scapegoat flipped up during your opponent's end phase going into your turn can easily flip up the game if it goes uncontested. Scapegoat is a card that has remained at 1 for the longest time, and when it came to 3, it was, I think, a pretty viable time to put it at 3. There wasn't really any use for Scapegoat outside the fact that you could flip it on your opponent's turn to maybe waive some of the damage that was going to be coming your way. And while that still is an application in today's game, I believe with the release of Link Monster, Scapegoat has seen the most viability it has ever seen in the game. People considered it pretty good with Synchro Monsters, like I said, when you're able to use a 1 and a token to make Formula Synchron. Things like that were pretty neat, but I think Link Monsters just is able to take advantage of Scapegoats the most, more than any other format that we've played in. The more I had played throughout the OTS Championship, the more I realized that if any deck is just a tad bit slower than the standard that Pendulum Magician sets, playing a card like Scapegoat can easily make up for that. But I think Scapegoat, I don't think that should be what determines if a deck can be played or not. You can't compensate for the lack of speed in a deck with just a generic card that is way too good. That's just not how it works. I do think Pendulum Magician is a deck that needs addressed yet again on the next Forbidden and Limited list, but I believe that's a video for a different day. But just looking at Scapegoat, I think Scapegoat is just way too good of a card right now to allow at 3 in the game currently. In the OCG, currently it is semi-limited, and while I don't think that's even the proper decision here in the TCG, I do think the card should go back to 1. I think banned is a little bit extreme, but at 1 I think is reasonable. Whatever numbers that Scapegoat chooses to go to, I do think that 3 is just unreasonable. The card just definitely cannot remain at this number. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Scapegoat down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts.
That's all, folks.
If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, how I want to express that you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm uploading regularly. Feels pretty good. I'll have the vlog from the OTS Championship that I played in uploaded by tomorrow. That's something for you guys to look forward to. I'm really excited to edit it. I had a lot of fun filming it and everything too. Trying a little bit something different. Actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the vlog. I think I did a good job with it. I'm just excited to share it with you guys. That being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim Nim, signing out.